What up, people? Um, so I've been like just craving and like so excited to do a reading. Um, totally unprepared again. Let's hope that one day, I actually do get a little bit better at this because it may just be these same old videos for the rest of my life. Just I'm just kidding. I do really because like even though I'm just kind of rushing into it now because like I need that instant gratification and I really just want to do a reading, you know, it's still like teaching me in the process like okay, like you can go ahead and just run right through it. Like I haven't even like done a spread or anything. Like I'm just going to start recording now. But like and maybe those videos would be the best ones too, but like in order for me to actually get like gratification from this, like I feel like I really am gonna have to put more time into it because like this just ain't it. This just ain't it. I mean my Pink Panther jersey's pretty tight though. Okay. So not my farmer tan. Thank you, Amazon. Like before working at Amazon, super white pasty, and then after Amazon, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finally gonna get sun and this and that, except you just don't see the repercussions of this. Like, terrible outcome. Ugh. It's bad too because I wear like a knee guard, so it has like a chunk of my knee, so it's like, okay. I referred it to as the Neapolitan look as far as my leg, like because it's like three different shades. And then everybody looked at me crazy, and then someone else said the same exact thing. So, yeah. But it's like, Jesus, Jackie. Like, oh, sorry. God, I love you. Every time I do that, like, I'll be like, oh my God. I'll be like freaking out. And then, like, I'll stop because you know how you're supposed to say gosh, not God. So, like, I'll stop and then I'll be like, oh my God. And then I'll like look up. I'm like, God, I love you. And then I'll be like, I know you love me too. So, anyways, though, I just went ahead and picked two cards. I got the XIX, the sun. I don't know what's going on with that numeral. I thought the sun was like the major arcana, so there'd only be one. I don't really know what's going on with that, but the card is fucking freaking cute. I wish like I could like focus in on it a little bit. No, that's good enough. It's still freaking cute. Like, aww. I feel like I should like draw that. I like that a lot. And also with drawing, like again, because maybe some of you don't know me, I would love to like be considered an artist or something like that. But like when it comes to art, like I've always liked looking at something and drawing it. Like I've also got into, like draw some things like just that just come from nothing. Like you'll start trying to draw something and then it turns into something else and you're like, "Oh, that's so cool. Like I'll never be able to do that again." But like my favorite is doing like stuff like I like looking at something and being able to like exactly draw it. Um but kind of like the readings, I don't do it enough. I don't practice enough to perfect it. So I don't know if this is just a trend. Actually, it is a trend. Let me see something real quick. Okay, I guess I don't necessarily need to find it to explain it. But like, I wasn't really self-aware of this issue, but apparently everybody looking in knows. Like, so one year for Christmas, my brother got us all like, I'm a sibling. What? How do you say that? I'm a person of five. Like I have four brothers and sisters. Brother and sisters. Crap. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So like he ended up getting everybody like funny T-shirts, and like everybody's like liking theirs, and then I like get mine, and it's like Reddit says I never finish anything, and it just stops. Like instead of finishing anything, like it cuts off the word. It's like anything. Like it's like ANYTH. Like really? Anyway, I still wear that shirt all the time, and I think it's actually hilarious. So let me find the sun one real quick. I'm still not sure what the XIX means. If anybody could elaborate. Also, like reviewing my videos, I like realize how I sound. I'm like, it's IV4. It's like that's one thing we have to have here, like a comfortable space where there's no judgments. Like, oh, Jackie just said this, like she's such a B word. But if you continue to listen, maybe you'll understand me more than you thought. Plus, I mean, and I still really don't even know, but like the IV, like is V5, and then like I guess it's more complicated than I'm giving myself credit for. And that's another thing I noticed in the video. Um, see, see, guys, can't you see how unprepared I am? I'm just like bouncing from one thing to another, to another, to another. But that's how my mind really works. So, I think this is what makes me come back for more because, um, like, it allows me to express certain ways I feel. Like, I remembered like doing the readings and saying like, "Oh, this is picking up on my own energy, blah blah blah." That's not necessarily true. It could be a message for anybody just by listening to it. But there's certain like truths to it, like when I happen to say, "Oh, nobody wants to walk in the room and be like, oh, that girl." Like when I listened to it again, it made it seem like I was like mean. I'm not like I legit don't like as far as like work environments and stuff like where people will be like, "Oh, I don't really like the boss," blah 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 blah. I'm not saying like I haven't been in that situation before. I'm just saying like I don't I don't think of people being bad. Like I just don't do like I try not to like at least. So like if somebody like if this person has a bad reputation and they come walking in the room, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, that fucking person." Like but I guess maybe there has been situations where I have felt that. So it's like maybe I can't all the way take it back. But when I was saying it, I was referring to myself. Like I was saying me. And then the other point of it, when I was re-listening to it and re-evaluating, I could see um, how like how I have like self-doubt and you're not all the way confident with yourself to the point where you're like soaring, you're almost like sheltering yourself and still hiding behind something. So I'm excited to come out of this effing shell because I am not about that, like, but it's cool how it exposed myself to myself. All right, so I'm gonna try to find the sun. Where are you? Where are you? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, today I had a run around today. Amazon gave me a run for my money. I'm just like it's almost hard to like elaborate on it because it's just like this was just one day. This was just one day. But we made through it. But I guess we'll just sum it up to car sick because that's how I felt. And I'm not the one to get car sick. So the fact that you guys are making me car sick, and this is like the second time, like something's not right. But I will give them some sort of like leeway because someone's always constantly sick. So I feel like, there might be a little bit of extra stuff going on. But look what I found. That's probably copyright. It's the one where I'm just like, oh, here it is. This is what's inside the book. Okay. Still didn't look that up, by the way. Moving on. Okay, so it says XIX, the sun. It wasn't upright, but it gives you a summary of what the card is standing for. Okay, when cloudy skies pass, the sun comes out, shining warmth and happiness on everyone's lives. The excitement, renewed energy, and joy Jack experiences when he discovers Christmastown perfectly embody the energy of the sun tarot card. I've yet to read one of these from the book and like do it well, swell. But I'm feeling like it's not me, it's the way it's written. Let me run back the last sentence, okay? Because I'm just going to read exactly what it says and tell me if it's correct English. Okay. The excitement, comma, renewed energy, comma, and joy Jack experiences when he discovers Christmastown perfectly embody the energy of the sun tarot card. What? So I was just trying to blame the book, and I'm kind of hesitant on referring everything back to my job, but because I be going through it at work, so I'm just like I'm catching myself, and it's making me go through this growth process, and I'm just like, you can't always blame something else. You can't always be like, oh, it's because I'm sick, or oh, it's because the phone's not working. Oh, it's because the route is messed up. Oh, it's because you guys are making these bags so crazy. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's just like, how about you take accountability and do the best you can? And the more you put out that energy to take on the responsibility of whatever is happening. If your phone's not working, then let it go. Like, you just sit there for a second, like, or 5 hours. But I'll notice, like, all the times I'll be getting so mad. I'm like, oh my God, if you guys would just make this route fluid, then I wouldn't be so mad. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, you would. You probably still would be. So it's all about your attitude. Like, attitude of gratitude. If I don't teach you anything else tonight, that is great advice. And I stand by it. Now, I don't understand how, like, yesterday, I go from going to work totally killing it the whole day. Like, problems coming at me. What problems? Like, I was beasting it, and I was just hoping for another day like that. Never, no 2 days are the same. But today it was almost like um, something from my past coming back. And I'm just like, what? Like, I thought we've moved on from this craziness. Still working on it. It's fine or whatever, but okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to go with this card, but you know, there was also a lot of things going on today too, like as far as like the past, like as far as like spiritual warfare and going through like that, like I've a message came through to me today that it may be over multiple days, but it's like really apparent and aware in my surroundings that this is an everyday upkeep. Like you don't just like, oh my gosh, I broke through, and I'm never gonna have these things come back at me because here they are again. They're coming back. It's almost like they're relentless. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep coming. So you know what? Like I'm ready for doing this every day so you are blocked from me because I'm not living this way. I'm not feeling all this crazy ass energy. I want the sun. I want the sun. I don't want monitoring energies. I don't want your weird little gnat flying around. I don't want these weird ass birds tripping me up. I don't want none of that around me. You can keep that shit. Okay? Because I'm not about it. And when I am away from it and I'm protected from it and I'm in my own energy, it is the best feeling ever. Okay. So we got the sun in upright. I read what it said, didn't really make sense. And then it goes, blame game, blame game. Um, upright. If you have been sad or if you've been sad or troubled lately, Oh my god! Have y'all ever had a foot cramp? Eh. It's probably like one of the worst pains ever. I didn't drink no water today. So my big toe was like, fuck you mean? Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, it went away. Alright. Um, it it went away until tonight when I try to go to bed. And then do go to bed and then wake up from like cramps everywhere. Okay. Just let me read sun. If you've been sad or troubled lately, the sun is a sign you're about to feel a very positive shift in your life. Use this rejuvenating energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. There's so much enthusiasm in this tarot card. It signifies a powerful time for inspired brainstorming. What? So I actually like didn't even review any of this. Like I just kind of like I was like pressing record. I picked two cards. I'm just like blah 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 blah. The other one I got though was the Queen of Needles. So I it was the card after this one, and I was like the Queen of Needles. That reminds me when I've been doing this to other times that needles kept coming out. So I must be the Queen of Needles. I'm not saying that I actually am. I'm just saying like I feel like I want to read this message. So the Queen of Needles, aka Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Ooh. So how was everybody else's day, even though I know no one else is listening to this? Oh, I found the Queen of Needles. It's like, you don't have to tell me. It was in reverse. Okay, it says reversed. Oh, wait, did we get this one before? Okay, it says reverse. Reverse, the Queen of Needles becomes sharp and cruel. She can be callous and cold-hearted and uses her considerable brain power to manipulate others. Prone to volatility and emotional outbursts, she needs to regain composure and keep a level head to avoid major conflict. So that was the card that we got last time. You know, it's weird too. I was playing with the cards and all of a sudden it was laying an upright, and I was like, well, no, because one of them was opposite from it. So I'm going to go ahead and read the upright too. But on a side note, there was a reason why I was in reverse, and that's because I totally freaked out at work today. Like, I was legit, I just slipped into something I was moving past from. Like, I was moving on from it. Like, I wasn't, I wasn't allowing that energy back into me. And I just let it get the better of me. And so by the end of the day, I'm just like, it wasn't like this like huge overwhelming energy wise, like where I'm like, oh, I'm just so disappointed in myself and this that, because a lot of it was factors into, just basically driving in circles and being like sick, and like there's a lot of different things that came along with it. But I know like if I had a strong energy, I would be able to take on what I needed to do. But that also brings up a very valid point too. It's like, so you're supposed to get like 30 stops an hour. Well, when you're fighting for that 30 stops, yeah, I like the challenge. I like to be able to, give me whatever you want, and I'm going to go out there and do what I have to do. But it gets exhausting after a while. You're just like, why can't this just make sense? Why can't this route be fluid where I'm enjoying my day? Because when all of these little things come in, like you're going like two houses and then it's having you turn around, you're in a big electric van, then you're going this, you're like, okay, I can handle it. And then you're going down to your next, like you're on your 10th stop and you've turned around like seven times. You're going, and that might be a little bit over exaggerated, but I'm trying to make a point. Like, I'm trying to show you, like, the most energy taking from my day, I feel like should be taking that package up to the front door, not actually driving. Like, don't make it harder than it already is. Like, I need to be level headed to make sure that we're all safe out here, like to be aware of certain things. When the GPS is glitching and freaking out, I'm constantly staring at that GPS versus around me. It's flipping and doing weird things. It's just like, I can't handle on all of this stress. And when you're in a flow or like a rhythm, just like anything, um, things go in order. When you're out of flow, everything's in your way. You're not on schedule. So that's that. But I'm gonna read the Queen of Needles. We just need smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. So I can be happy because when everything gets all jacked up, that means that I'm going to now be frustrated. The phone's not going to work even more. Um, I'm gonna prone to mess up even more. I'm gonna be super PO'd going up to everybody's house, and everybody's gonna be like, "What are they doing to those people? Like, why are why are these people so overwhelmed? Why are the Amazon workers like just so frazzled?" And then also on top of that, uh, I'm sucked all my energy out. So it's like I'm on a busy road where you have put your hazards on, and basically my idea is to run to that front door, take get what I have to do done so I can get back and move to the next house and get off of this road so other people can be content with what's going on. But when I am dying and I'm trying to get the phone to work, we're on a busy road. You have blind spots where people can't get around you. Now people are piling up around you. I'm dying. Like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm not going to run to that door while this thing is spinning or have me organize my whole entire bag on this busy road. Like, there comes to a point where everything just gets very overwhelming. And it's just like, I for in order for me to take on these challenges, like I have to have like a clear head. Like, sure, I can take on the problems when I'm in a good energy and a good flow and this and that. Like, okay, my phone's not working or this or that. Like, but it's like when you have all of these issues going on, it's so hard to just keep up. Like, literally dizzy. Like, I'm now walking from here to here, and everybody behind me is all mad. It's just, it's too much to handle. It's like I can only do so much. The Queen of the Needles in upright is intelligent, intellectual, and sensible. She takes time to make up her own mind and isn't easily swayed by trends, fads, or popular opinion. Fair and practical, the Queen of Needles shouldn't be underestimated. This card is a call to remember how strong you really are. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But I didn't mean to like turn it into like an Amazon thing. Like, it's just, the funny part is like, this was just one day. It's like I really do like my job. Like, I like it. I do get so mad because I feel like nobody can hear me anyway. But then after I'm like, like I know it's not your fault. I know you're not doing this intentionally. Like, I know, we're not perfect and we're trying to do the best that we can. And, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't even know. So, like, I'm trying to do the best I can, but it just gets frustrating when you're going down the same road like multiple times. And then you're like going across these busy roads to get to the other side of the street, then just to come back across again to go back to like just keep me on one side and then go up to this other side just so I can function. Like, I feel like it's just kind of jumbled and just I don't even know what my point is here. But anyway, you know, there's that, but it doesn't mean that you get to have like a blame game. It doesn't mean that you get to be so frustrated. And I'm dead ass. Like, okay, what about those times, Jackie, where, your route was perfectly fine and you still had a shit day? Like, then then are you, actually, yeah, actually, I am. I do be taking the blame. I'm like, Jackie, come on, come on, Jackie, get it together. So, I don't know. Very weird, very weird. Okay, I'm gonna take on two more cards because this one freaking me out. I think I need a new deck. V of Presence. I'm not sure if you see that, but that duck is scary. All right, there's that one, and then there's the Tower, which I don't really know exactly what it means, but Mystic Beauty be saying it all the time. Mystic Beauty, if you listen to this, I got the cosmic flag we running. You know what's so weird though? Last night when I was commenting on your thing, and then I was like, "Oh, can I run with that cosmic flag or whatever?" And then today, I was like rethinking it, and I was like, "Did I read that comment? Like, did I see that comment before?" And I just like took it again and used it again. Like, it was awesome. Like, I liked the comment at first. I was like, "Oh, that's a fun comment to say." But then I was like, wait, did someone else already say that? Which is weird. I feel like that happens a lot. But like, it wasn't like I was like, oh, I remember when that person said, can I run with the cosmic flag? And then I was like, I'm going to say it too. It was just like, I wanted, it came in my head. I was like, oh, I want to type that as a comment. And then today, after the fact, I'm like, wait, someone else already said that. And done. All right. Oh, I keep thinking when I was looking at this, and I'm not even sure if there's another like tarot card that is the moon. But I was like, did I get the sun and the moon? But it's the tower. It's the tower. Major Arcana. Oh, and like I feel bad for some of these people that I deliver to. It's like you get my extreme highs and my extreme lows. There's no in between. Like I'm very happy and like basically skipping to your door, or I'm dragging ass to your door with a frown on my fucking face. Okay, so it's just the way of the world. All right, let's see. The tower. Let's see. This one also gives an explanation because it's a major arcana, so they're special. Jack plots his Christmas takeover high up in his tower, but but his scheme doesn't go according to plan, creating chaos in both human world and the holiday worlds. The tower represents unexpected destruction, confusion, and major upheaval that eliminates the truth. Upright. While you may be feeling blindsided by an unexpected, life changing revelation, trust that this new perspective will ultimately help you. Clarity will come when the dust settles. I'm going to go ahead and read the reverse too, because I'm not really picking up much of anything. Maybe someone else will. You invisible people. Okay. Sometimes the tower reverse indicates you're going through a very personal cataclysmic transformation. It's like maybe I shouldn't have read reverse. Soul searching and honesty will see you through the fog. Other times, the tower reverse indicates resistance to the change brought on by catastrophe. Don't fear the unknown. Embrace the inevitable for a smoother transition into brighter days. Okay. It, I don't know if I'm referring it back to it because that's basically my life, but like, I don't know. Like, it's just so weird because I started seeing like the birds and stuff like that be like flying around. I'm like, oh, so it started like getting in my head, and I'm like, oh, there's something like going on right now. Why is this energy? And it's so weird because every time like I kept trying to reset myself, I was like, okay, breathe, you got this. Start fresh from right here and just do good. Kill the rest of this route, do the best you can. And then boom, right off the bat, like something else would happen, and you're like, it would GPS would be taking me. See, I'd be like GPS, but it's really me because I'm so like, wah, 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 wah. But the GPS would be like, okay, this house. So then I go up to the house, and it's like, oh, just kidding. Actually, it's the neighbor's house over here. And I'm like exhausted already. So I'm exhausted, trying to put forth this effort again to just start getting on a roll. And right off the bat, something else would happen. I'm just like, all right, well, now I'm fucking pissed again. Moving on. And then I'm like, okay, I took a break or whatever, went to the gas station, went to the bathroom. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Went to the gas station. Now I'm back. Awesome. Everything's going to be good from here on out. We're good. Phone stops working, like, or you're taking the wrong package up to the house. Like I did that to somebody, like was walking up to them, and I'm like, I'm trying to get like better at it, where at least like if like people are outside or something and they're, I'm delivering to them, like I'm gonna walk up to you with a smile on my face, like regardless of what's going on in my world. Doesn't mean that I have to be a downer to everybody else. Like I try to just like put this mask on and just be like, hey, here's your package. So happy to be here. Like, and that just transferring those energies back and forth is good. Well, anyways, I was like, doing that. I walked up to them, and then I'm like, they're like kind of standing there, and I'm like, oh, but I actually don't have the right package, so let me go get the right one. And that just happened all day. I'm just like, oh my fucking god, like, God, I love you, and I know you love me. The world. The world kind of like rolled on out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read that one, and I promise I won't take too much longer of this. And again, I'm sorry for always bringing up Amazon and stuff like that, because like, what is this? Is this a reading or is this you venting? The world. The world, where are you? Maybe we don't get the world. Oh my gosh, there is a moon. There is a moon card. Okay, the world. By the way, I'm giving you credit right now, Mystic Beauty, because I definitely be showing my card because of you, and then I be looking at it and I'm like, blah, 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 because of you. Okay, so it says the world represents the completion. Can I read one of these? Good. There goes that self confidence, or whatever word I'm looking for. Again. Okay, the world. Sit down now, story time. The world represents the completion of a long, life changing adventure. Whether this journey has taken you to magical new places, or you've been on a more personal, internal adventure to self discovery, you've come out on top. Congratulations! Yeah! It's like, don't do that. Okay, let's see. Upright. It says, you've done it. You've come so far, been through so much, and learned so many powerful lessons along the way. You're feeling satisfied, happy, and whole. Consider sharing your experiences with others. You have the ability to inspire people. Oh, shit. Reversed. If you're finding it difficult to let go of something that was once important to you, remember that endings can be healthy. Sometimes you need to close one door before you can open another. Who knows? The next step may lead to an adventure more wonderful than you ever imagined. We never did the V of presence. I'm not exactly, commenting on that, like after I'm reading whatever it says. Um, did we get the V of presence before? Or did we get the one behind it? Um, V of presence. I can't remember what that one was. The V of presence represents material scarcity. Scarcity. If you're in need of a helping hand at work or financially, ask for it. So, can I have $1,000, please? Sometimes this tarot card shows you're standing in the way of your own success. You'll have more luck if you focus on the positives and keep your head up. Bam! That's so freaking true. That was the point I was trying to say earlier. Like, you'll have more luck if you focus on the positives and keep your head up. Like, keep that good energy flowing. Okay, so there is a story I want to say, and it is about Amazon. But it's a good example of what that's saying. So I get it. We all have bad days, Sometimes we don't always perform the best that we can. It happens. But the other day, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say talk about stuff that happens at work, but the other day I'm going to anyway. um, the other day I went up to a house, and sometimes Amazon requires a 6-digit password, and they're not getting that package unless you have it. So, your usual, I'm riding up to your door, taking a picture, and running away from your door before you open it. Um, I'm going to have to interact with you. Now, people are not used to this. They are like so thrown off by it. Maybe not always, but it is out of the norm. So, anyway, I'm going up to this house. I noticed that it's a thing, so I ring their little ring doorbell. Nobody answered. So then you're required to text them. I texted them. Then after that, even though I hate this part because you text them and then call them, so it's like I send you a text and then I call you right after because a lot of the times nobody responds to the text. Like I try to like wait, but time is ticking. Like I need to keep moving, but I do have time for you. Like I have time for you, but you know, I love it a lot more when people are like nice and respectful. Um, oh my god, my face right now. But anyway, so I went up there. I rang the doorbell, didn't get an answer, texted, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give this time, but I'm gonna go back to the van. So like I walked up to the house, walked back down to the house, or not, walked back to the van, sat in the van, and then I saw someone open their door. So I was like, oh yes, like I was all excited. I was like happy that someone was there. I got back out of the van and walked up to him, said the person's name, and yeah, dude, I'm not sure if you can like help me with this or whatever. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I'll go ask her if she has it. And I'm like, okay. So then as I'm waiting for him, he, I mean, not he, I went over by the garage, which is like, okay, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, okay, the garage and the front door. It's like you could see one and the two. Like if you're at the front door, you can see the garage. Well, I'm leaning down, like kneeling. I don't exactly remember why. It's probably something to do with the phone. My face was in the phone the entire time. Well, so then I'm just like sitting there waiting. The person on the ring doorbell comes through. I got the lady outside, so I'm assuming it was her mom. and like they're talking through the ring doorbell, and she's like outside. I don't know who was who. I believe the younger lady was the person I was actually giving the package to, and then the mom or whoever was on the thing, she's like, oh, and ask her why she was on the side of our house. Ask her why she was on the side of our house. And then so like I'm kind of like further over, but I'm like the I'm gonna just say the daughter was like kind of like in a better mood. She was like kind of smiling and stuff like that, and like being more friendly. And I kind of like just like was like she never would like looked at me and was like, oh, why are we on the side of my house? But then I like came up to the door thing, the camera, and I was like, oh, you thought like I was on the side of your house? And it's like I was like, no, I wasn't. I was like, I wasn't on the side of your house. And she's like, you were. She's like, I saw you on the camera, and I'm like, okay, well, like I wasn't. I was like, and then I told her what I did. It's like I went through the steps in the process. I was like, I kneeled in front of your garage. I was like, just trying to be very respectful. Like, I understand, like, you don't want someone on the side of your house or anything. And it was like being very, like, trying to be calm. I was also having a very good day. Like, I was like ready for that kind of like speed bump or hiccup. Like, my energy was, like I was focusing on the positives. I was focusing on like good things, and then all of a sudden this like weird incident comes out of nowhere. But I was able to handle it. Like I was like, there was no really like kind of changing her mind, and that's fine. Like when I was kind of going back and forth with her, the daughter or whoever was like just like putting her, she was like, just don't even blah blah blah. And I was just like, like okay, like got the password from her and then moved along. And before I left, I was like, I'm sorry for any misunderstanding. Last thing I want you to think is I'm on the side of your house doing something I'm like I did not go into your side of the house. She's like, oh, I got you on camera. And I'm like, okay, well, like I'm fine with that. Like I'm okay with that because I wasn't on the side of your house. And then it's like as I left, I was like thinking like, is there someone on the side of your house? Like I don't know. But she's like, I got you. And I was just like, I was proud of myself how I handled the situation. I had nothing to hide, like it's not like was on the side of her house. So, that probably helped a lot too, versus like, being stuck in a predicament where like their package is damaged or something like more so on my plate. Now it did throw me off though. Like when I got back to the van, like I was kind of like shaken up from it because like only very seldomly has like issues and weird things come up with like these deliveries, but it's shown me that it does happen. um but like I'm just like kind of like shaking like I'm ready to fight somebody. um it was very mild though, but what I did, and this part I'm proud of, is kind of just like I prayed a little bit. I was like, I hope she realizes that I wasn't on the side of her house. Like that's the only thing that's important to me. Like it's nothing else. Like I don't need, her to feel like, oh my God, review the cameras, see that I wasn't inside the house. Like she doesn't have to feel bad. I just want her to be assured that I want, you know, what is reassurance in her mind. Like I want her to be like, okay, like to know that I wasn't there. Like that's all I wanted was just like, just peace of mind. I was just hoping like, she did realize like that's what I put on the universe. I wasn't like, oh, rub it in her face that I wasn't on the side. Like I don't care. I just wanted her to know that I wasn't. Like I just wanted that to come the universe to send that to her some way, somehow, whatever, and it. So I just kind of let it go. Even though I did think about it throughout the day a little bit, but I was getting to the end. But guess what? Like right after I went to like a different house, and because I was just like, actually right after that I went to another house and then like had a very weird like neutral energy thing going on where it's like you're trying to be nice and move on from something, and then the person's just like uh-huh, 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 and you're just like Alright, I don't know what's going on with this weird ass street, but I'm tired of you guys and like I just need it to get it off of me. Like, go away, go away, go away. Like, I like prayed. Like, I don't remember exactly what I was like thinking. That's not fun. That's not a good part of this video. It's like, uh-oh, messing up, messing up. I don't know, just praying like just get back into a good energy. And then like it came back though. Like reinforcement came back in to adjust my energy back into the place it needed to be. One lady's house I went up to, she was like smiling and all happy, and I gave her her packages, and then she like after giving her her packages, she like gave me candy, and I'm like, awesome, like the good candy too, like the Rocher whatever, those like one chocolate balls, and they're like in the gold package, but this was like a Halloween one, so it's like purple and black, and like another like the Ghirardelli or whatever. It was like two really really good chocolates, and like I didn't eat them. I put them in my little lunchbox, but like instantly I was just like, yes, now I can finally let go of that BS and move on to this. Like, and it really did help me feel a boost of energy. And it was like three houses in a row. Like one guy was like, "Oh, thank you so much," blah blah. Blah. Then like she had gave me candy, and like something else happened after that. Like we're like someone maybe gave me a smile, and I was like, yes, prayers exist. Now where my prayers were today, I don't know, but I do believe like in the beginning of the day, I was like, please help me get through this route as best way as possible. But maybe, my intention and stuff wasn't actually there, which sucks because like it makes me feel like I don't have as much as control as I thought. Because I was like, oh, from starting now, blah, 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 this day's gonna be great, and just like something right off the bat would happen. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know, but I do kind of have an idea. Like, I get it to a certain extent. I'm just tired of reliving the disappointment. It's like it wasn't that bad. Sorry, guys. My throat is jacked up. Ow. Okay. So you might probably want to like just end it here. But it's oh snap. 50 minutes. That's a lot of Amazon rant. Self massage. I needed this one. Something's going on in my neck. Oh my god. Horrible pain in my neck. Like horrible. Okay. With your right arm, reach across your chest to your neck and slowly knead the muscles. What? Knead the muscles around your shoulder. Use your thumbs and make small circles using medium pressure. Repeat this on the other shoulder. It's funny, I've been doing this all day. Just trying to like get it out, but it's like in the back of my neck, like, and it's just like very sharp pains, and they just fucking hurt. Like anytime I like move my arm, which also makes me feel like I'm about to have a heart attack. Peace. Turn all electronics off. This constant input of information causes anxiety and stress, but you can control that. Make this a daily 30-minute exercise. Nope. Let's see. Come back. Be aware that your mind will be aware that your mind will tend to wander and worry about things in the future you have no control over. Close your eyes and say stop, come back. Take a deep breath and remember to live in the present. I could just legit just use this whole entire deck and reference it back to Amazon. But we're done. We're done with that. We've left it at work. Self love. I will not worry or focus on becoming a better person. Instead, I will focus on being the loving, kind, mindful person that I am. Understanding the next time. Okay, we've read that one before. Water. Float in a pool or fill your bathtub with warm water. Close your eyes and let water fill your ears and concentrate on listening to your slow breathing. All right. You know, there is something like really like peaceful and tranquil about like being in like a pool and like going underwater. Like even like just like in the shallow end or whatever, just like if you haven't had that moment and then all of a sudden like you do it, you're like, "Oh my God, why don't I do this more?" And also like as far as like taking a bath or something like that, like don't lie, you be like going under the water just like with your ears in there, and you're just like, "What? Like I could do this all day." All right. All right, well, that was fun. I'm glad I got to get my fix of this addicting um, YouTube life. Basically, my life is still all over the place, the same place we left it off the last go around. But you know what? This is holding me like accountable for it. So it's like anybody can see all of this. So we're gonna know about you, Jackie. So you better start checking it. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night. Um, and, you know, thank you so much for your interest. And I hope you have a good night. Come talk to me anytime you want. Um, take care. Bye bye now. That's from Ace Ventura. In case if you haven't seen Ace Ventura, go peep that movie. Adios, amigos.